everybody, in this video I'll show you how to play Bad Girl by the New York Dolls off their self-titled record. The song is in standard tuning, and if you have a quick second, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out a lot. And check out my website, ScottO'BrienGuitar.com. I have the tab for this song as well as hundreds of other punk rock and grunge songs up there. And here we go. All right, so the song is in the key of E, and it starts off with Johnny Thunders playing this intro. So we're going to start off playing an E two-note power chord with our index finger rooted on the 7th fret of the A string and our ring finger at the 9th fret of the D string. And then we are going to move from there to a power chord rooted at the 7th fret of the E string, ring finger at the 9th fret of the A string. That's a B. So it goes. And then in the process of moving that, we are going to do a hammer-on with our index finger root still at the 7th fret of the A string and our ring finger at the 9th fret of the A string. So that's what it sounds like by itself. And all we're going to do is we're going to strike that E chord. We're going to remove our ring finger and do that hammer-on pull-up. And so in order to do this and have it kind of ring out, you're going to have to kind of hit that 9th fret kind of hard on the A string. So. And it might take a little bit of practice to get it to ring through. And then we're just going to continue on with our next picking is going to be the B chord. So. And then we're just going to move down 2 frets and do the same thing, starting with the C to the A. So. And then there's a little bit of strumming in between, so it sounds like this slowly. And so this is actually going to recur in the chorus of the song later, but he plays it a little different in the chorus. But that's the way he plays it in the intro. And so then part of the way through the intro, Sylvain Sylvain comes in with this lead, and it goes like this. So we're just going to do a hammer-on pull-off from open on the G string to 2nd fret on the G string. And to keep this kind of going, sometimes like you might not have the sustain on your guitar. You kind of have to tap pretty hard. And you can even kind of pull your finger like with the string towards the edge of the neck to kind of keep it going. And you're kind of plucking the string instead of picking it. But it doesn't sound like Sylvain Sylvain's really doing too much of that because it's pretty straight on the record. So, and then he's just going to hit the high E string. So, and then 5th fret on the B string with a little bit of vibrato. Then 4th fret to 2nd fret to open on the G. And then there's going to be a little bit of space before the verse comes in. And Johnny Thunders is just going to kind of ride the E with like a little accent. And it's just going to kind of go like that, and then it comes in with the verse part. So to play that, you're just going to be playing a 2-note power chord, open on the low E, 2nd fret on the A string, and then you're going to accent with your ring finger at the 4th fret of the A string. So it's like this with a little bit of palm muting. So. And he just kind of plays that like real open, kind of loose. And then Sylvain Sylvain is doing a similar thing. He's playing more like straight rock and roll time, palm muted, same idea, 2nd fret and 4th fret of the A string, open on the low E, and he's just kind of playing like just something along those lines. And then combined, it kind of gives it that little rhythm that you hear. And so they do that, I think, like 2 measures, and then before the verse comes in. And then the verse part is very similar, but Johnny Thunders is going to be playing the same thing, kind of palm muted, 2nd to 4th fret of the A string. And then he's going to hit the open D, so. And then bend at the 3rd fret of the low E. So altogether it sounds like. So again, slowly it's... And then he's going to do like some vibrato on the 3rd fret and then slide up. And he kind of doesn't do the slide every time. You just listen to the record. Like, it's real loose, so you can kind of do that, put that in where you feel it. And then the last time on the verse, he's going to do this ascending pattern that goes like this. And do a slide at the end. So we're just playing like 2 notes each, or 2 picks each note. So... And he kind of palm mutes at the beginning, and then it lets off on the palm mute as you progress up the string, and it gets louder and louder. So, and ends with that slide. And then after that kind of build up in the pre-chorus part, Johnny Thunders is going to play this like double note A chord. So 2nd fret on the D and G string, and he's just going to kind of let it ring. Maybe a little bit of vibrato. And then he's going to play 3rd fret of the A string. So, and then back to that 2nd fret. And then 3rd fret bend again at the A. So all the way through it sounds like... so one more time. And then the background Sylvain's going to kind of accent with... which is just those A chords. So like it's a palm muted A, so open on the A string, 2nd fret on the D and G, and then kind of off. And so like you're gonna kind of just pull your finger off and play these like muted notes. And then maybe even a little bit back and forth from the A string to the 2nd fret. And then we go into this like kind of bridge part, which is very similar to that part right after the intro where you're playing the kind of. So that's what Sylvain's going to be playing, pretty much the same thing. And then Johnny Thunders is going to be actually just kind of riding the low E, so like open on the low E string and 2nd fret of the A and D. So. And he's just going to be going from open on the A and D and 2nd fret of the A and D. And he might be adding some accents. It's kind of hard to hear on the record because Sylvain and Johnny Thunders are playing kind of the same thing. But live, he just kind of hits that E. Like something along those lines of that rhythm. And then at the end of that part, Johnny Thunders is going to play this lead part that goes like this. It's very kind of standard for what he's going to do. And it doesn't sound like it on the record, but normally live he'll slide into that. So he's going to slide his index finger up to the 12th fret of the B and E, and then middle finger at the 13th fret of the G. So you're going to kind of slide into that. And then you're going to do a hammer-on with your ring finger at the 14th fret of the G. So, and then you're going to hit the 12th fret of the B and E. And then back, taking your ring finger off. And then ring finger back on. Then off with some bending. So slowly it's... And then we're going to go back into that kind of intro part, except he plays it a little differently this time. So it goes... So slowly we're going to play that E power chord with the hammer on. And then go to the B. And just let it hang this time. And then same thing, the C power chord. And then let it hang on the A. And then go back and forth. So last time through, Johnny Thunders is going to play. And then while Sylvain is playing that in-between part, he's going to slide up and then just let go and be open on the low E. And then slide down. And and then go back into the. So slowly it sounds like. Then it goes back through those verse parts and the other parts I showed you before. And then this time, Johnny Thunders has this lead that goes like this. So to play that lead, we're going to start off just kind of riding this droning part. So he's going to play 5th fret of the B and open on the E. And those are the same notes, so it gives that kind of octave or droning feel. And he's going to slide from the 4th to the 5th fret. And then he's going to do this descending pattern. So he's going to go from 4th, 3rd to 2nd fret of the G. And then when he gets to that open string, he's just going to do this hammer-on pull-off. So. And then 2nd fret of the D with some vibrato. And he's going to do like a slide up. And then he goes back to this position with index finger at the 12th fret of the B and middle finger at the 13th fret of the G. And he's going to bend both. And then this time, instead of doing like kind of the, he's going to do a unison bend. So 12th fret of the B and 14th fret of the G. And he's going to kind of push a few times. So all the way through slowly, it sounds like. And so then after the next chorus, Sylvain's going to play a solo. And he starts off like this with this Chuck Berry bend. So we're just going to bridge our index finger across the 12th fret of the B and E and bend with our ring finger at the 14th fret of the G and go back and forth. So then after that part, he does this repeating pattern that goes like this. And then it continues on. So to play this, we're going to play open on the high E. And we're going to kind of mute with our, like I like to use the ring finger or the kind of the palm of my hand. And you're going to mute those notes so that they don't ring through. And then you're going to hit the 3rd fret of the high E's. And then the second time through, you're going to do this hammer-on pull-up. So it goes. So you're going to play at the 3rd fret with your index finger, hammer on with your ring finger at the 5th fret, and then pull off everything at the end. So we have so far. And then the third time through is just the same as the first. And then he's going to do these kind of like almost like droney type bends. So you're going to slide from, you're going to play open on the B and 2nd at the G and slide into the 4th fret of the G. And the 4th fret of the G is the same note as the open on the B. So you get into that droniness again. And so the whole pattern is, so you're going to play that drone at first, and then you're going to hit the open on the B, and then 2nd and open on the G. And then it sounds like there's 2 guitars on this, and live he does it this way over and over again. So sliding from the 2nd to the 4th fret of the G and open on the B. And then ending 2nd open. But on the record, it sounds like it's bending as well as playing that. So the bend is very similar, and so instead of sliding from 2nd to 4th, you're bending. So. And it just does that twice. So. So whatever way I guess you want to play or is more comfortable for you, you could probably do it either way. And so that's pretty much it for all of the rhythm parts and the fills. They all basically just kind of repeat throughout the rest of the song. The only difference is on the last verse. Instead of playing that E down here, Johnny Thunders is going to play it up here. So we're just gonna play like the same position as we started the song with. So index finger, the 7th fret of the A, ring finger bridged across the 9th fret of the D and G. And it kind of has like this rhythm. And so to do that kind of accent, we're just gonna pull our ring finger off and just play 7th bridged across the A, D, and G string. So. And so there's like a little variation, like Johnny Thunders is going to kind of slide sometimes. And so you can kind of listen to it and see what he's doing there. And then at the very end of the song, Sylvain's going to do this bend at the 2nd fret of the G. And then they're going to hit the last chord, the E. So that's it for this one. I hope you liked the video. If you appreciate this content, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out a lot. And check out my website, ScottO'BrienGuitar.com. I've got the tab for this song as well as hundreds of other punk rock and grunge songs up there and other resources. And I will see you guys next time.